Good day, everybody. So what I wanted to talk about on this video is the changing of history, or the elimination of history that is occurring by the left. And this video specifically is going to be about the state song of Maryland. So back in 1939, the state song that was adopted by the Maryland General Assembly was a song, Maryland, My Maryland, written by James Ryder Randall. And James Ryder Randall was a journalist during the American Civil War. And in 1861, he wrote a song/poem about some of his feelings and observations during that period of time. And that is the basis for his song, Maryland, My Maryland. The song has since been significantly butchered to where there's only a fraction of it left, which is Maryland, My Maryland, and a few other notes as well. But I'm going to play you the entire song, and I'm going to try and pause it and try to explain a little bit about this song and kind of why he wrote it. So here we go.
The despot's heel is on thy shore, Maryland, my Maryland.
The despot's heel is on thy shore. And he is referring to Union militias that are now entering the state of Maryland. And it's also a shot at Abraham Lincoln as well. So that's the first part of it. And again, most people have no idea this is one of the most hardcore Confederate songs ever written. All right, here we go. It continues.
His torch is at thy temple door, Maryland, my Maryland. Avenge the patriotic gore that flecked the streets of Baltimore.
All right, avenge the patriotic gore that flocked the streets of Baltimore. And what he is talking about was the first fatalities, the first fighting that occurred in the American Civil War was in Baltimore. And Pennsylvania and Massachusetts militia regiments were passing through Baltimore when they entered into conflict with something known as Copperhead Democrats. And these were the opponents to an actual conflict. And they were called Copperhead Democrats because Copperheads, and this was a derogatory term for them, because a copperhead is a very aggressive, venomous snake that is located in the woods of Maryland. And there was basically a firefight on the streets of Baltimore, and probably a dozen of these Confederate sympathizers were killed, and as were a number of Union militias coming out of uh, Pennsylvania and farther north. Okay, it continues.
And be the battle queen of your Maryland, my Maryland. Thou wilt not cower in the dust, Maryland, my Maryland.
So thou will not cower in the dust. So what he's now saying is the state of Maryland can't cower in the dust and not support the Confederacy.
Thy beaming sword shall never rust, Maryland, my Maryland. Remember Carroll's sacred trust. Remember Howard's warlike thrust.
So Carroll's sacred trust and Howard's warlike thrust, that is pre-Civil War history. That is individuals within the state of Maryland. I'm not going to get into that, but kind of Revolutionary War period history with that quote.
And all thy slumberers will adjust, Maryland, my Maryland. Dear mother, burst the tyrant's chain, Maryland, my
Dear mother, burst the tyrant's chains. Again, shot it at Abraham Lincoln, who was viewed as a tyrant.
Maryland. Virginia should not call in vain, Maryland, my Maryland.
This is an important phrase. Virginia should not call in vain. And that's obvious that it's just what it means. Virginia should not call in vain, and in Maryland should then not enter or shouldn't enter the conflict. It's requesting that Maryland enter the conflict and help Virginia.
She meets her sisters on the plain. Sick temper 'tis the proud refrain.
Meeting her sisters on the plain. That's the other Confederate states, and Maryland joining those Confederate states on the field of battle. And then it continues.
That battles minions back amain, Maryland, my Maryland. Arise in majesty again, Maryland, Maryland, my Maryland.
So again, arise, arise in majesty, Maryland, my Maryland. So again, calling Maryland to rise up and support the Confederacy. So again, an incredibly important piece of history that was deemed worthy to become the state song. And unfortunately, it's probably going to disappear. There's been a number of challenges to the song to remove it, and again, it's looking like another attack on it is going to occur. And again, the song doesn't sound like anything that you just heard. It's been uh, changed and it is now politically correct. But that was the original song, and most people don't even, in terms of the leftists at the University of Maryland, when they start singing this song, they haven't got a clue. Well, some of them obviously do because they're trying to get rid of it now. But again, just a really cool piece of history that is going to disappear, unfortunately.